Just like a pallet, we laying shit down. My man bitch and then I shocked the whole town.
Nah, for real, literally though. Long story short, I ain't been really doing reaction videos because I just kind of got monetized on TikTok, and money's starting to come in, not quick, but $1 here, $2 here. I'm just like, oh shit. And then they pay every week. YouTube pay, I think, every month, but it's two different incomes, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I need to be more consistent on what I haven't really super popped on, and I'm trying to put my all in TikTok. So I need y'all to bear with me. Let me be me and let me go crazy. And I'm gonna give y'all video after video. It do hit different.
Top five shooting guard.
We gotta do the reaction video of Gil. I fuck with Gil's podcast.
Jordan, Kobe.
Nigga, Jordan, Kobe.
Yep.
You put him in your top five?
Yep.
Okay, what stands out to you the most about Harden's career, and would you say he's a top 5 shooting guard all time?
Let me see that list.
At the position, we got D-Wade, Cole, Chuck, Mike.
Chuck. Who's Chuck?
Shit. I don't know. I got to think about it some more, the fifth spot. But what stands out, I'll get back to you on the fifth one.
Yeah.
What stands out the most? You know, he found a way to
travel legally, super good.
Manipulate the NBA to cater to his style of play, right? The drawing fouls, the step back, like, he made it a thing. So the league really, they had to, like, to Gil's point a minute ago, they were changing rules because of him, right? And now the gather, and the sweep through to the foul, like all those things were because of James. So that stands out, right?
Yeah.
When you making certain things, when you manipulate the entire NBA to cater to your game. Yeah. That probably stands out the most.
Give it to Harden, bro. Because that third spot after Jordan and Kobe is arguable. It's really D-Wade automatically. And then it's Harden. But that's really taking AI out the question hella hard. You can't do that.
I'm going to go, what stands out the most about James Harden is averaging 40 points a game for 40 games. I think that was the most dynamic in 2019, I believe. He averaged 40 a game for 40 games. We never seen anything like that in our era. And the way he was doing it, regardless of how you feel about it, getting 50, 15, and 12. You know what I'm saying? So he covered the board when it came down to it. And top 5 are definitely.
His shot was green as fuck on 2K. I gotta say that, my bad.
Gotta say, you know, when it's Cole, Mike, AI, and then there's always the conversation between him and D-Wade. You know, with those stats alone, 40 a game for 40 games, you gotta put him in front of D-Wade. As crazy and as dynamic as D-Wade was, he just wasn't a volume as scored as James is. And like Gil said, he created his own little lane that you couldn't really mimic. It was his own thing, his own creation. So I think he's definitely in the top 5. Put him right at 4.
So Gil, the chat is saying that T-Mac is a 2. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I was over it. It was in my conversation of thought just now.
T-Mac's
a 2 or a 3.
He's a 2 or a 3.
Yeah.
I'm putting him at a
But
3.
can
put
you
him
say
at
the
three?
same about Harden with being
Yeah,
a PG or a shooting guard?
See,
Same with AI though. So
Yeah.
like that.
I was over it. I
Yeah.
was gonna say it, but I didn't want to. What about Reggie Miller? I said I'm
He a 2. Him and Ray Allen.
They
are 2.
twos. That's what I'm saying.
T-Mac was a 3 to me. Him, KD, they in their own little lane.
Seeing with James, I don't look at. See, and it's hard for me to say James is a 2.
You look at him more as a point guard?
He just had the ball in his hand. Like it's just like the same thing with LeBron. Like you want to put him at the position, right? When it's convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
That season,
Does he initiate the offense?
So for my thing is when has he not been the main assist guy on the team, right? Led the league in assists, twice, 2-3
Yeah,
times?
2-time
right?
assist champion.
So
But they had
That's
point
a point
guards.
guard,
They
right?
had point guards on the team that was playing the position.
But that's if we play like that, then
But he was-
it changes history because that's
he was on the team with CP for a short period of time.
I think Kyle Lowry's on that team one time.
No, he had point guards, but that's what I said. That's the
he
same
had the ball in
argument.
his hand then.
But that's the same argument with someone like LeBron
Yeah.
James and Magic Johnson.
Absolutely.
Magic Johnson was a point. He
Yeah.
had guards. He had, Norm Nixon. He
For
had
one-
Ryan Scott.
But that was on a short
3
period
years.
of time.
But then he had, Byron Scott.
played
right?
the 2.
Yeah. But Norm plays some
B.
too.
Scott
too,
played the 2.
As wild as
like
it
B.
is.
Scott played the 2. B. Scott was never had the ball in his hand. B. Scott was the 2.
To me,
He had the ball the same amount as Kyrie.
It was
Who?
the system.
Who did?
B. Scott.
No. Kyrie played the point. B. Scott never was a point.
But that's the same way anybody played with James. They played the point. He just had the ball. It was the system. The system of how we run our offense is going to be James has the ball majority
Basically.
of the time.
Yeah,
The
it's
point
hard
guard
to look
moved
at
to the
him as a
corner.
point.
You know what I'm saying? He
I mean, as a 2, it's hard for me to look at him as a 2.
the ball
but
handler.
for
Yeah, T-Mac is definitely a 3.
Even if he was a shooting guard, the resume is.
He fits
We're
in
not
the
talking
top
about.
5.
We're not talking about potential. We're talking about.
Who you push out?
There's only 5. You only named 5.
Yeah, that's what I said. Who you push out if T-Mac goes in.
because he didn't say D Wade.
Who? Did it?
You did.
So Mike.
No, I didn't
Mike
say.
Cole, Mike.
You
I
only said 4. You didn't say.
didn't say you're 5th.
So you didn't get 5.
Oh no! When I was counting, I was like, yeah, he's 5, right? So D Wade is.
D Wade is the 5th, right? So
Yeah, D Wade is in there.
if
Okay,
T-Mac
yeah,
is
okay.
the 2 guard, does T-Mac go in the top 5?
No.
But you saying James is the 2.
Yeah.
So I don't.
D Wade pushes out if T-Mac is a 2.
Man, James Harden is a 2 guard, bro. What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? That nigga just so good that it's like, give him the ball. Fuck, move out the way, bro. Y'all think it's garbage. Niggas be garbage in the league, and he gonna just hoop.
So you pushing out
D Wade
D Wade's resume over T Mac's resume?
as a 2 guard, yeah.
As a 2 guard?
Yeah, if T-Mac is a 2 guard,
Yeah,
T-Mac
you-
is top 5.
Are we doing?
T-Mac
Are
is
we doing
top
the
5.
resume or just the
The
potential?
resume.
Just talking about the players. I don't never talk resume when we talk about
So we're
top
talking about the
5s.
players. But
I'll never, because resumes is
I mean,
subjective.
are we?
How they
I'm
work?
talking about longevity.
Subjective.
resume?
longevity.
It's
D Wade's
subjective.
career was better.
That's all subjective.
D Wade career was better longevity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Longevity. You
He's a
talking?
better player though, to me.
I mean, then.
Top 5, T-Mac,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about just the player himself at their height, I mean, Tracy McGrady can argue that he's top 10 of all time.
That's the conversations to be
You know,
had. That's why I don't
but you
throw
can't have
stats
those-
in there because
but the
everyone wants to
yeah,
include,
but greatness-
oh, you played this amount.
Nah,
oh, you
but
got
that's
hurt.
the key. You can't be great for 3 to 4 years.
You can.
Greatness
But
is
you-
longevity. You got to sustain your greatness for a long period of time. You can't be technically like a rapper, a one-hit wonder, right? You got to be great.
Accidents.
Yeah, do you
gotta be
factor in?
great.
But do you factor in injury?
That's facts. Like, even with what I'm doing, nigga, in the fucking social media shit. Nigga, when the shit get boring, the shit get boring. Nobody wants to sit there and watch your shit, bro. You're a goofy, bro. Fucking Buford. Do different. But I'm about to give y'all some more all type of motherfucking content. It ain't gonna be just this, I promise. On some random shit.
That situation?
Like, comment, subscribe, sure. I need y'all to subscribe. Look, they just told y'all to subscribe.
You can't.
You can't. That's game.
That's why it should be
Like, that's the
excluded.
game. But that's the game because I
Why
can't
it
get.
should be
I can't. Like, let's say you played 5 years and you average 28 to 32 for those 5 years, and then someone averaged 27 to 28 for 15 years. I can't say this is what you would have did moving forward. You can't do that.
You can.
Huh?
You can.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Because talent is talent.
Okay.
If D-Rose don't get hurt, D-Rose becomes a generational type of talent.
Okay, how about this? I'm gonna do this then. All right, this player averaged 29, 29, 30, 36, 34. What is the next year supposed to look like?
Last year it was 34.
So 29, 29, 30, 36, 34.
Somewhere in the 30s.
So if he stopped right there.
34, we expect
so
at least 34 the next year.
Okay, so that's what we expect. So if you stop this man's career right now and had to argue
that he would have averaged.
He would have averaged, but his average ended up being 24, 24, 22, 22, 21, 21, 16. And that's the guy we're talking about right now. Right? But if he stopped him at that peak, we argue this is what he would have did, but in reality,
what changed?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't.
It does.
It can't.
It has to.
Because this is real life.
No, because 34 to 24, you got to say what happened. Did he change teams? Did the offense change?
Yes.
Anything could.
Yes,
just like with James Harden. James Harden went from this to this to this to all of a sudden.
That's
James.
Yes.
So I'm thinking you're talking about T-Mac.
No,
so
this is James.
So how does James stay in there?
No, because this is still his stats. So when you talk about T-Mac and he get injured and this is what happened, I can't give you anything more. I got to give you what he gave us. I can't pretend that this would have been his stats. We don't know that. So you can only go what you have.
What? So you just said
I can't.
You just said James got all these good, and if you stop it here,
if you stop it at
went down 10 points.
Yes.
That's like the per 48 shit.
I can't give you a yes.
What you asking for is per 48.
You're asking for per 48.
Yeah.
So T-Max numbers is what T-Max numbers is. We don't
know why I don't go by numbers. You go by the talent. The talent is T-Mac.
That nigga, this nigga, niggas know T-Mac is him type shit, bro. He basically let niggas know, like, really, like, okay, I see what he's saying. He like, fuck all that. Talent-wise, who was the hardest? I see what you're saying. Let's go off moments, not longevity and all that shit. He's going off moments. T-Mac had better moments.
What we seen at this guy do for the league, for the game.
At a short period of time.
Bro,
yes.
He was, even if his numbers don't continue, he's top 5.
So if I'm going to argue with you, so if we're going to debate that, I'm going to put defense in the category, and I'm going with D-Wade because his defense is better than Mac.
I still think Mac is a better player.
When he was there, yeah. We can only
if I'm picking my 5 to go out there on the court, D-Wade's coming off the bench. T-Mac is starting. Period.
But just like what you have to do, what you have to do is because he got hurt and the way his career ended, you're gonna have to stay in a certain time frame. You can't use his career now. You gotta say the T-Mac in this year.
I don't have to do that at all. I'm just gonna say T-Mac. T-Mac.
For his overall body of work,
T-Mac. T-Mac is T-Mac. Because when you're a hooper, even though you age and your knees might get, you still a hooper. You still got that J work. You might not be able to move the way you move. You still T-Mac. We know what T-Mac can do.
Well, that's why our conversations are different probably than the masses, because you've actually seen these people, seen what they're capable of at their peak. But really, Gil, I think what you're saying is it depends on how long that peak actually lasts.
Yeah, because I guarded him.
Yeah, scores.
What's crazy is bro really don't even be talking like that no more. I be waiting on your ass to talk, dude. You like the motherfucking co-host.
62 against me. I know what I know. I know who the motherfucker is.
62.
They gave us 62.
Damn.
And it was not even it wasn't.
I was about to say, ain't even close. We had a home and home, and he had 74 in 2 games. He gave y'all 62.
He had 62. He had 62.
Yeah.
And it's like 9, 10 free throws. It wasn't even It wasn't even one of those like, oh yeah, he's killing us. You just look up like, damn, he got 62. Damn, he should have had 70 easy, right? If he was on fire, 80 for sure. But it was a mediocre, regular-ass 62.
Yeah.
It wasn't even one of those, the nigga was balling.
It didn't look like
It didn't even look like, it wasn't one of those like, man, we got to stop him.
Like,
he was just bucket in, mid-hit, bucket. It was I know.
But you even saying that, a 62, I wasn't even, I was like, oh, that's a
That's how good
like
it
Melo
was.
scored 6 in the guard. Like, he was torching him.
Yeah, it wasn't, yeah.
Like, it wasn't like he was like,
it wasn't one of those where like, damn, this nigga out here killing us, y'all. Right? It was just one of those, came down, hit a couple shots for 10 hit, free throw. Like, damn, this nigga missing all his free throw, keeping us in the game. And then when you look at the stats, like, yo, y'all know he should have had 77 against us, right? He should have had 77. If you look at the game, you're gonna be like, yeah, he should have had 70 against y'all. Easy work. If that's how easy it looked. But it's still the record. Like D Rose, right? If we stop D Rose at his MVP year, right? People will argue that he could have been one of the greatest players of all time and this and that. Yes, we could, but reality is reality still. He came back, he played, he fought injury, he played, he fought injury. He didn't get to have the Hall of Fame resume that his talent was. His talent.
But he has the Hall of Fame.
It was saying the
talent.
same thing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. His talent is Hall of Fame talent.
So let me do this then. You don't get hurt. You don't get hurt.
Yeah,
But your ability is your ability. So I can put you in the top 10, top 5 point guards based on what you showed me. I can put you there and say, hey man, if K don't have 2 microfractures, what? 6-time All-Star, 10-time All-Star. He's giving these niggas work. He's doing more shit but it's a hypothetical based on stats and numbers, not on talent, not on potential. Because we've seen the potential and we know this guy did what he did. 29, 29, 30. We can't take away that trajectory was going this route. So we're gonna keep it at the 29, 29, 30.
do that.
But I'm gonna say these 3 years that I know of this guy, I'm putting him in there based on his 3 years.
I understand what you're saying. I do.
I get-
really do.
yeah.
I get
Oh God, everybody should understand. McKinney, you making sense to that. You usually don't. You usually don't make sense.
But when you have somebody else to compare that to, right? And it's for a longer period of time. It's just a tough sell.
But how? When I could say this, the short period of time of this guy is still better than the long period.
But no, because we have to. You have to have a career. We have to see the greats of you, the falls of you, the bounce back. That's what makes the greats. You can't have a top and then say, okay, in music, right? It's hard for me, and y'all, they named the album the #1 album ever, right? Lauryn Hill. When someone says, all right, Lauryn Hill's resume as an artist, yes, her CD itself, a masterpiece. My question is, what's the next one? See, if there's no next one, it's false for me.
Why?
Because you scored 100 points game 1 and you quit or back out and don't play another game. So now your resume gets to sit at 100. There's 81 more games. I gotta see where you finished at. What does the rest of the season look like?
You do get to see where I finished.
Because
I retired at this my season.
That's not your season.
I won 5 MVPs this one season, and I said, you know what? I don't want to play no more. The competition is not up to
No, but I gotta gauge you against someone who played 15 years.
Even you gauging me against those 15, it's unanimous that I'm still #1.
No, that one game is #1.
No, it's unanimous. They unanimously they unanimously still picked her out of looking at everybody else's body of work. We looking at everybody else.
No,
y'all been doing all this shit.
No.
Who's still number one?
The album is number one, not the resume. Right?
But then that wasn't the question, was who has the number one resume of all time?
No, because
it's the number one album of all time.
Album.
So you're only going on the reference of album, not resume.
Because you can't go resume.
You don't need it. Because
what I'm saying is, to be great.
I'm a kid making sense. Okay, so basically, the resume is basically longevity. And he talking now, Gilbert talking about resume don't matter. And McKenna, like, you can't even put this, you saying it wrong. He found that, you already, look, Kmart, like, bro, I want to explain it for you. It's so complicated.
You have to be great for a long period of time.
Don't.
So when we say who's the greatest of something, you can't raise your hand and say, hey, I scored 100 points in one game. They're like, oh, cool. What'd you average for the season? 100. You said one game, right? Yeah. What happened to the rest?
Wilt Chamberlain is a perfect example.
No, he played games after that.
But after that, he didn't do what he was doing in the beginning.
Exactly.
But he's still considered great.
No. Think about what you just said. He scored 100.
We're not saying Mac not great. So we're not saying that.
I'm saying his body of work is still greater than everybody else who played.
But the thing is, when you mention Wilt, he's never really at the top of those lists for some reason, despite averaging 50 and 23 and whatever.
But what I'm saying is,
because if he was to say stats, he would.
No, but what I'm saying is, you have to be able to, like, it's like I'm scoring 100, but I'm scared to play in the next game because I'm scared for this number to go down. Like, that's not how you're supposed to play it. You're supposed to be.
That's how you're seeing it. That's not how she did it.
I don't know. No, I'm just giving you an example. Like, when we're talking about, so when people say one of the greatest artists of all time, right? And so you got Nicki Minaj, this, and she gets to go up. We can only compare this one thing versus everybody's resume, and that's unfair to her and unfair to everyone else, because everyone else got to go great. They got flop albums. They got the bounce back from the flop albums. They had a dud, then they came back. They had to ride the roller coaster. That's the only way we can tell if you're built. You have to ride the coaster.
But look, Nicki and all of the rest of y'all, which album are you gonna put up that you did against this one?
My career.
My one. Even your career is not better than this one album.
My one album. Yes, I didn't have one album that was this great.
So then that settles.
But I have a second, third.
It doesn't add up to this.
7, 8.
Even you putting them together. You can put them together. It doesn't add up.
What I'm saying is, yes, you had a perfect game.
I think you say you can put them together and it still won't matter.
Right? You had a perfect game. You went for 50. My first album went for 35. The next night I came and scored 40. What did you do the next night?
I have the record.
What did you do the next night?
I have the record.
What did you
I'm
do
LeBron
the next
James
night?
with the record.
No.
Until you get 40,000,
what did you do?
You can't talk to me.
What I'm saying is, what did you do the next night? The next night.
I watched you try to beat me. I watched you try to beat me.
But what I'm saying is, I failed and came back to become something. Right? That is the point of it. I can't be a boxer and go 1-0 and then say, yeah, I knocked him out. I knocked him out and then I'm done. But I'm the best boxer ever to box. You can't do that.
You can go 50-0 and do that.
Yes, 50.
You know what? But there was a guy who went 173-0, but he's not considered.
Think about what you're saying.
I'm talking about Floyd compared to
50-0.
I think it was it Duran? One of them. I think it was Roberto Duran. Had a certain amount of victories with no losses. And then Floyd will say 50-0 would be considered the best ever because it hasn't been done on record since then. But it doesn't add up to that because we don't consider that to be the best.
50-0. We're talking about one-offs. If someone right now beats Floyd.
Hey, my kid came at that nigga with a Robert Duran comparison, Roberto Duran. Crazy.
Mayweather and beats him.
But he stopped.
And go 1-0.
Point is,
he can't say he's the best boxer of all time.
But he stopped at 50-0 because he didn't fight the guys who could potentially beat him. Just like Lauryn Hill. If I'm going to stop at this,
ducking in his sport.
I'm going to stop at this. This is going to be me stopping. Y'all got to beat this 5-star album to even consider to be next to me. Until then, we don't have the conversation.
Again, you're using someone.
Guy at number 2.
You're saying someone who has a.
What is his record?
You're saying.
What is his? Is he at 4.5 stars? If it has to be 5 stars.
No, what
Okay, so on some shit, I'm about to drop this interview tomorrow. I need all y'all to go tap into my interview. If y'all made it this far, please. Basically, this is basically my longevity in my career being like popular, famous. I got the longevity and I got better like moments if I go off of just those 2 years, those 3 years. Any two duo of my years is shitting on everybody in Tulsa. Facts. No shout.
What I'm saying is someone has a career.
Yeah.
You're saying like Floyd boxed. He had to fight careers, almost getting beat, almost that it happened.
Yes.
These people have careers. You can't minimize someone's full body of work off of this moment in time. You can't do that.
Yes, you can.
You can.
You do it all the time.
No, because if everyone stops at their peak, then we can't tell if they were meant to fall or not fall. If we stop LeBron James after he won his second championship in Miami, we don't even know he lasts this long.
He's LeBron James.
But we don't know what I'm saying.
But we still know LeBron James for the first 8 years is LeBron James.
Okay.
That's what we do know.
But this is the same person the media said was washed in 2014. They did not see 10 years more. This is 10 more years. This is what makes the person. When Jordan came back, no one expected the man at 39 and 4 to do what he did. You have to be able to have long periods of stuff. That's the only way it works. Just like a fucking YouTuber or these guys on media. They
Sure, Cap, you talking to me, Gil? You talking to me?
Have that viral moment, right? They get all these views. A year later, you don't even know who they are because to be famous, you have to sustain your ability to be famous.
Damn, this nigga talking his shit. Talk your shit. Now I'm about to get active on the shirt. You got me fucked up.
That's what makes Will Smith great. That's what makes Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. It's the body of work. I guarantee you, if we can find a one-off guy who won Emmys and all that for 1 year and you don't see him no more, he can't say he's the greatest movie star of all.
Where do we hear from Lauryn Hill first?
Fugees.
Fugees, right? So
Fugees.
So the Fugees came out, right? Right.
Ooh, la, la, la.
That put them on the map. Then she did Sister Act, and then she released her body of work, right? So let's think about a name like this. Do you know this name? Len Bias?
Yes.
Right. That guy, right? That guy, when he was at Maryland, we knew what route or trajectory he was headed towards, right? And there was another guy in college at the same time as him that didn't hold a candle to him, that ended up being one of the, if not the greatest of all time.
Did he
Michael
go to
Jordan,
North Carolina?
right? So Len Bias goes to a different team, does an overdose, blah, blah, blah. Hypothetical, he doesn't have a body of work for us to even consider. He doesn't even have that moment in time for us to consider. So we can't even put him in the conversation.
He's not in no conversation.
Right. So when you look at Lauryn Hill and you say Lauryn Hill has not only the body of work from this moment, because she won 5 Grammys up against these albums in this moment of time, there hasn't been a moment of time since to surpass her. And that's the point. So in the moment of time, when you look at Michael Jordan's record of 6-0 in the finals,
6-0.
we haven't seen a moment in time that can surpass that.
You can't keep using people who's done it multiple times.
But it ain't all throughout their career, though.
So Lawrence,
that's a moment in time for Mike. That wasn't
that's
the 16
years.
year. It wasn't 16. He's not 16-0.
There's an 86 and there's an 86 and 87 year, right? He didn't stop there.
But he wasn't.
He didn't stop there. He
lost
kept
to the Celtics.
It was 86, 87 was considered the greatest year in sports history for an individual. He did not stop there.
He lost to the Celtics.
But he did not stop as an individual there because the career wasn't done.
But we only look at Mike from 6-0. We're looking at the wins, the championships. It's like, the greatness of Mike.
He defended his title, right? He defended his title multiple times, right? Correct, right?
6 times.
6 times. What I'm saying is you have the greatest album then and still to today.
I don't have to defend it.
Did you, the album by itself, boom. How about the career? How about who's better?
Don't
right?
have to
so
have
when you have 5 from one CD, yes. But I got to compare you to someone who's did it 15, 20 years, and she has 20 or 16 or 15.
She doesn't have 5 for 1.
It don't matter.
It does. That's what makes her the great. That's what makes it number 1.
How that might be, you might have, what I'm saying is, we don't know the possibility of your career. That might have been the only CD, that might be the only great because we don't know what a CD 2 is or 3 or this and this, right?
That's
because
the point.
we don't. That is the point I'm trying to say.
It's not enough.
It's not
plenty.
enough.
Because no one can duplicate it. You can't.
that nigga, they ain't gonna give up. Somebody need to just accept. Is this what podcasting is? So when I start podcasting, do I just argue with the homie and shit, bro? Let me know what I got.
Beat it.
But before we move on, I got 3 things.
It's a record.
I can't. It's a record for this.
For the category we're talking about.
How about
Best album of all time.
Now,
beat that.
Now, who is the best rapper of all time? Female. Can you put her in that category?
No.
Okay.
Because album of all time, it doesn't say female album of all time.
I'm saying, no, not female. Who is the best female rapper of all time?
I don't know the debate for that. It could be Little Kim, Nicki Minaj. It could be Missy Elliott. It could be a lot of different.
Could it be her, though?
Who, Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
No, because it wasn't a rap album.
Okay. What album was it? What is it considered?
R&B.
Okay, let's put her in R&B. Will she be considered the best R&B singer, female singer of all time?
Yes.
No, she would not.
You fucked up. And now Kmart gotta come at him and say some shit. What the fuck? Anyways, like, comment, share. You feel me? Subscribe. And vibe. I got more shit for y'all.